Hi guys, it's Ray Newland here, the founder of Just for Keepers, sometimes called J4K. Hope you're fitting well. And in this video, in the Ask Ray Newland video series, I plan to answer as many questions as I can to help young goalkeepers and old goalkeepers and mums and dads, mums and parents of goalkeepers, obviously with their goalkeeping questions. And in this video today, this question today is from a goalkeeper called Ernie Lusby. I hope I've pronounced your second name correctly, Ernie. So that's Lusby, Ernie Lusby. So got an amazing question, Ernie, and I'll be honest with you, there's some questions I can't really answer on video, and this is one of them, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to shortchange you or anyone else listening to this video and try to answer something that's difficult to answer on video. And this is one of those questions, Ernie. So it's an amazing question, and even as a professional goalkeeper, I really struggled with this, what I'm about to explain now. And I know a lot of professional goalkeepers still struggle with this. So if professional goalkeepers struggle with this, if you're a parent of a goalkeeper or a coach or a manager of a goalkeeper, please make sure that you don't give your goalkeeper a hard time, because to me this is one of the hardest things to master, and that is when to stay on your line and when to come off. Now, what I mean by this is, and I guess this what Ernie means is, so if you imagine you're a goalkeeper and you're facing the play and you've got your defenders and you've got the opponents and maybe they're 20, 30 yards outside your 18-yard box, and a ball gets played over the top, and obviously all of a sudden everyone's turning around and running towards you. Okay, when do you go and when do you stay? Now, from someone standing or watching at the sidelines, it's easy. You should, come off your line, or don't come off your line, because you're getting a different perspective from it. But trust me, from someone who's been in this situation many, many times over the years, and I've helped many of my students and professional goalkeepers with this, it's a completely different kettle of fish when you're actually facing that, the ball's coming towards you, and the whole motion of people coming towards you. It's a really, really difficult technique to master. And as I say, I still struggle with that when I play professionally, and I know other professional goalkeepers also struggle. And again, you might have watched goalkeepers on the TV and go, come on, get off your line. It's easy for you to see because you see it from a different perspective. You're more or less seeing it from the side. The goalkeeper doesn't get that view, okay? So again, some questions it's very difficult to answer, Ernie, and this is one of them, mate, so fair play to you. So, but what you need to do, there's certain, obviously, basically everything you've got to do to master your goalkeeping has got to be done on the training field, okay? But this, Ernie, you've got to take this to your coach, and you've got to tell your coach what I'm going to tell you now. And you say, listen, coach, I've asked this question to Ray Newland, and what he's advised me to do is to do what's called a practice play, okay? Yeah. So again, I know unfortunately some coaches won't do this, and some managers won't do this because they say they've not got the time, they've not got the players. Also, as well, for the most part, most of them don't understand how to help you as well, because it's so difficult. So because they don't understand how to help, it's easy for them to say, oh, I've not got the time. Okay, so try and be persistent if you can, Ernie, and anyone else who's struggling with this. So you've got to go to your coach or manager and say, look, I need to work out when the ball comes over the top of the defence, when I should come and when I should stay. The only way I can do that is practice. So for 10 minutes every training session, am I okay just to have 3 or 4 players? It doesn't have to be like the full back four. It doesn't have to be like 4 midfielders. It just might be 2 or 3 defenders, and it only needs to be 1, maybe 2 attackers, okay? Yeah, because what you need to do as a goalkeeper is just practice through repetition, okay? So all you basically need to do is be telling your defence to push out or hold the line, and when someone kicks the ball over, okay, and the team turns around and chases towards you, you then just got to make your decision, okay? You've just got to decide, should you stay or should you go? And that's where you practice and you make mistakes, okay? Because you will get it wrong a lot of the time in training. If you do, don't worry about it, okay? That's what training's all about, is to make your mistakes in training so you get better, so hopefully you don't make them in a game situation. So hopefully that makes sense, Ernie, and anyone else listening who's struggling with this, because I'm guessing the majority of young goalkeepers will struggle with this, okay? Only the minority get it pretty quickly. You need to practice. You need to go to your coach and manager and say, listen, even if you say, can you just have 2 defenders and 1 attacker and then 1 person kicking the ball, okay? You just need that practice of people standing still, the ball getting kicked over the top or down the sides or through the players, everyone turning and running towards towards you as a goalkeeper, then obviously you need to make your decision then whether you come, you show keepers, you come run out and clear it, or you stay put, okay, yeah, and say, pass it back, John, pass it back, Sheila, so to speak. The only way you can do that is practice, Ernie, okay, if that makes sense, okay? So I don't want to shortchange it, Ernie, and try and give you something, here today that's not going to be any good, because as I say, you've got to, like anything with goalkeeping, you've got to go and practice it, but this, you've definitely got to go and practice it. What I'm trying to say is you're going to need the help of your teammates, okay? And hopefully your coach and your manager. And fingers crossed, okay, listen, I know most coaches and managers are not the best with goalkeeping. When goalkeepers ask, can you do this, please, okay, yeah. I know I hear the frustrations on a daily basis. I had it myself as a young goalkeeper, and because most coaches and managers, don't really understand goalkeeping, it's easy for them to say, oh, we've not got time. So again, if you're a goalkeeper, try to persist, just say, look, can you please do that? And also as well, if you've got friends, it doesn't have to be with your club training, okay, yeah? If you've got friends who you practice soccer with or football with on a daily basis, just get them to do it as well. Say, hey guys, listen, can you do me a favour? My friends used to do that to me when I was 12, 13 years of age, okay? So if your coach is not going to do it, take it into your own hands and do it yourself, okay? Do it away from the coaching, from your football or soccer team, okay? And do it with your friends. But if you're a parent of a goalkeeper, go and insist to the coach, and the manager to say, hey, listen, my child's playing for you. This is the question he asked Ray Newell, and this is the answer he got. Look, all we're asking for is just 5-10 minutes at the end of each training session. This is what we need to do. And if the coach or manager comes up with some excuse to say, oh, we can't do it, just say, okay, fine, we'll go and do it ourselves, but don't you dare attempt to have a go at my child. If a situation happens in a game situation and the ball gets over the top and my son or daughter is hesitant because we've come to you for help and you've said no to us, so don't you dare, okay, don't you dare, have a go at my child. If they get a bit indecisive because we've come to you for help and you've not helped us, okay? So as a parent, please make sure you say that, and don't be intimidated by the coaches or managers. Trust me, there's more soccer clubs and football clubs looking for goalkeepers than what there's goalkeepers looking for football or soccer clubs, okay, yeah? So if your coach and manager is not going to help, mums and dads, go and find a soccer club or a football club where the coaches want to help your child, okay, yeah? Okay, so make sure nobody shortchanges your child's development, or if you're a goalkeeper, okay, yeah, make sure nobody shortchanges your development. It's so important. Okay, so Ernie, hope that helps, okay? Again, any questions, just leave below, and I'll try my best to answer. Okay, have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. All the best.